Have a good day, everyone. Today I am going to discuss about the rules of the internet and the World Wide Web in education. So, as what we have noticed, the internet has introduced a lot of development, and especially on how teachers and students communicate and connect with each other, right? And almost all the students and teachers will have a smartphone to be able to give announcement, reminders, and ask any questions or simply send a message. So since there are many tools that we can use to communicate, we need to take consideration the proper behavior when communicating in the internet. So this will help both personally and professionally to gain respect and courtesy. So in this chapter, we will aim that in the end of this chapter, you are expected to establish the rule of internet and the World Wide Web in education. So this chapter 11 deals with the different rules of internet play in education. So the internet has changed education, significantly on how the teachers, students, and parents communicate with each other, how to find good resources to be used in classroom, and how to use internet and to create and develop learning materials and activities. So in this chapter, the rule of the internet as a tool for construction will be discussed, right? So these are the following topics, and these are the following tools that in using internet in education and its function. So there will be three types of tools. Firstly is the tools for communication. So first and second one is the tools for inquiry, and the third one is the tools for construction. So let's start in the tools for communication. So there are two types of communication. Firstly is the asynchronous communication, and the second one is the synchronous communication. So asynchronous communication is a type of communication where person communicates anywhere and anytime, while synchronous communication is a type of communication where the people communicate in a real time. So the example of asynchronous communication are the following. First one is the email. So email, it is the oldest and common communication tools that is easy and very reliable. So through email, messages are typed, sent, restored, and retrieved. So messages can be sent in multiple addresses and can be forwarded to other recipients. So application of email in education. So what is the application of email in education? It allows communication among students, teachers, and parents, and teachers can provide also a feedback towards to the students. So the next one is the discussion board forums. Discussion board forums create a social interactions for students and allows all students to have a voice, right? So it allows students to voice out their opinions, and students can also participate in the discussion board forum. So there is a rules in starting a discussion board forum. First is determine a topic for discussion and encourage students also to respond to the discussion as well as to the other student posting, and summarize key points that need to be made. And the next one is the blogs. So which is the blog or web blog is an online journal that is publicly accessible. So the usefulness of blogs in education is that blog can be a source of information, and it can be a knowledge sharing website that contains different topics and content areas. So it can serve as a project site where students can post their opinions and make feedbacks and serve as an online portfolio. So the next one is the wikis. So wikis, it is a web-based communication tools that allow the teachers and students to work together, share resources, lesson, and notes, and collaborate. Which wikis application in education, the student and teachers can write together or co-create knowledge and information. It provides students the opportunity to decide whether the information they are getting is relevant and accurate. And the next one is the mailing list. So these are the types of program that store and maintain mailing list. So it is a virtual email group of people that gather together through subscribing in one email. So in tweets, in shortcut Twitters, it is tweets or a text-based post that can be up to 140 characters that are posted within person's profile page. So Twitters uses a hashtag, which means a topic with a symbol of such as hashtag, like for example edtech. So hashtag edtech. These topics are used for spreading, organizing, and searching for information in Twitter. So what is the application of Twitters in education? Twitter in education, with the use of hashtags, the students and teachers can collaborate among and between each other, and also to do networking with students around the world with ease. So teachers can create classrooms hashtag to be used in discussion a specific topic. So student can also search hashtag for research. So lately we talk about the asynchronous communication, right? And their motto sila ang mga examples sa mga emails and the following and etc. And now I am going to go through sa example of the synchronous communication. And these are the example of the synchronous communication and its usefulness in education. Firstly is the chat. So chat, as what we have noticed, chat is a widely used common tools, right? It is easy to use by both the teachers and the students, right? So the application in education in chat, you can provide immediate feedback to one or more students at a time. So the next one is instant messaging or IM. So instant messaging is a service that allows users to use private chat rooms in which members alert each other when they wish or to chat. So through sa IM, users maintain list people to whom she wants to communicate. So ang IM, users can send files, videos, images, and links to website. So the next one is the text messaging. So text messaging, allow for instantaneous communication between people that is done with the use of cell phones. And the next one is the video conference. So video conference, this means conducting a conference between two or more participants at a different sites by using computer networks to transmit audio or to the video data. So video conference allow its participants to see each other online live using web camera and communicate to each other through it and through chat messages. So the next one is the social networking. So social networking allows users to communicate virtually by keeping in touch with each other. So updating and sharing about life, interests, and creating events to be shared with others. So the application of social networking in education is, firstly, it increases a sense of belonging. Second is build bond between classmates, and the third one, it increase bond between students and instructor. So the next one is the tools for inquiry. So tools for inquiry. So this is another rule for internet which refers to the method of solving information problems, right? And it is important that the student and teachers know how efficiently solve inquiry using the different ways in locating and finding information. So this will give better result and accurate information. So there are two types of general techniques in locating information. Firstly is the browsing is based on hierarchical directory of headings and subheadings. So to locate information, it select from these headings until you get a listing of links appropriate to your interest. And the second one is the searching. So searching, it involves the use of an online database. A user should submit a query and then examines website that match term provided. So in the query, when doing a search, we use a different sites of services which such as research engine and index search engine and meta index. And there are the types of techniques in searching. Firstly is the use phrase search, use negative search, use OR, use order of search, and etc. So now let's proceed to the tools for construction. So tools for construction, it refers to the internet as a vehicle for presenting products or created by students at the same time, a way to create lesson and activities for the students. So WebQuest are a web-based activities and designed to help teachers integrate an internet into the curriculum. So an effective WebQuest is that it engages students' higher order thinking skills, decision making, and critical thinking. It must have interesting and doable tasks, right? So it utilizes resources on the internet, and usually it involves collaboration through group work. So creating a WebQuest, creating a WebQuest can be very simple, no? As long as you can create any documents or with hyperlinks, so you can create a WebQuest. So WebQuest can be created in Word, PowerPoint, and even in Excel. No? However, to officially call was a WebQuest. So the basic parts and attribute it should be present. So, moni ang mga basic parts of WebQuest. Firstly is the introduction, the second one is the task, and the third one is the process, the next is evaluation, and the next is the conclusion. No? And there are the web page creation. No, there will be a web page creation. So, teachers can create their web page and website to their class in its advantage are. So, naad yung mga advantages that teacher should create a own web page, most especially in school. Firstly, it is a great way to communicate with your students, and it keeps the student informed or any updates, and it keeps parents in the loop. And the following website will help teachers create their own website. So, like mga www.com, no? Or like ingon ana nga kuan. And there are also a typical website for class includes the following components. So, muna ang mga typical website. Firstly is the course description, and the second one is the class rules and regulations, and the third one is the announcement or events, and the next one is the links, followed by materials, followed by contact information, and followed by biography or teacher links, and followed by information for parents. So through that, we have any online activities or games. So online activities, it is a way of delivering fun